terrible terrain to move through. This guy's back. Got temper. Push it.
My name is Austin Stevens.
Nearly lost it, Beta. Nearly lost it.
I've spent my entire life photographing dangerous animals.
Oh, look at that. I don't want to get into this water.
This time, I'm after one of the biggest snakes in America.
I just can't do this anymore.
This is Miami, Florida. I've come here in pursuit of an alien invader. Just miles from here, in the famous Florida Everglades, a giant intruder is taking over.
When you think about the top predator in the Florida Everglades, you automatically think about the American alligator. However, there might be a new predator in town.
A predator capable of swallowing an entire alligator whole. A predator that can grow longer than this boat. A predator that by rights shouldn't even be here.
The giant Burmese python, one of the biggest snakes in the world, has been introduced into this area by the pet trade. Some of these snakes have escaped, others have been released into the wild, and they're growing in numbers.
Dumped by pet owners when they grow too big to keep, Burmese pythons are thriving in the Florida Everglades. They can grow up to 25 feet long, and they are one of the only snakes that can and do eat human beings. Once it grabs hold, a python wraps around its victim's body, tightening its coils until the prey suffocates. Then it swallows it whole. This silent eating machine has moved straight to the top of the Everglades food chain.
I'm on a mission to find a Burmese python. I want to see exactly how they are flourishing here in the Florida Everglades, what they're eating and how they're surviving. I'd also like to photograph this great predator.
To give myself the best chance of finding a Burmese python, I'm heading for an area that's close enough to the city for animals to have been released, but deep enough into the wilderness to suit them. An area covering 4,000 square miles of swamp and forest. Places perfect for pythons. But it's not just 20-foot snakes I need to worry about. This whole area is dominated by a second deadly predator, and it's another killer reptile. The American alligator. These giant lizards can grow 16 feet long and weigh up to 1,000 pounds. And they're every bit as dangerous as the python. So you'd think the last thing I'd want to do is get closer to the water.
As comfortable as it is, this boat is just too big and noisy to take further into the Everglades. Snakes I'm looking for will easily be spooked by it. I'm going to do the rest of my journey in the canoe.
It's not just that I need to be able to creep up on a python. Believe it or not, this is actually the dry season, so the waterways are shallow.
There's animal life everywhere. You can hear the birds all the time. There's insects wherever you look, and every now and then you see a snake or a lizard.
These saltwater mangroves are the outer limit of the python's range here in Florida, but there's plenty for them to feed on. And it's not long before I hear something that would be of definite interest to a python.
this, it's a possum. Wow. Look at his nose. You see all the scratches on his nose? This is so typical of an animal with a long snout because they're always sticking their snouts into places, and they do get into fights with other possums. So they get scratched on the nose and they get cuts and wounded. The older they get, the more scar-faced they usually are. And look at his tail. He's actually got a prehensile tail which helps him for climbing, and it's a good example here. He's just hanging on here. He's balancing on that branch, and he's got his tail hooked around here, just making sure he doesn't tip over the edge. Whoa. He's not running away from me, but he's just standing on guard, just making sure I don't come too close. Yeah, okay, go. Ooh. What a beautiful boy. This is actually the only marsupial found in North America, which means that the female actually raises her young in a pouch on her tummy. And this is potential food for the Burmese python, no question about it. Warm-blooded, furry animal like this, definitely python food. Keep away from Burmese pythons.
It's no wonder the python is thriving here. They've adapted well to the local food supply. And the climate is hot and humid, just like it is back in Asia.
The success of the Burmese python in the Florida Everglades has taken everyone by surprise. It's estimated there are tens of thousands of these snakes. The situation has become so serious, even if I find one, I'm not allowed to return it to the wild.
Any exotic snakes found here in the Everglades must be handed in. They are used to help with research. But I'm working with a reptile sanctuary that will give any snakes I find a good home.
This waterway is taking me further inland, away from the coastal mangroves. It's getting very shallow, still dry season stuff over here. Lots of mosquitoes, there's mosquitoes everywhere. Spiders as well.
I'm heading for the freshwater swamps of the North Everglades. That's where I'm going to concentrate my python search. But some serious challenges lie in wait for me there. It's back to paddling for me in search of my Burmese python. Heading north, I make it through the mangroves and arrive on the edge of a massive sawgrass marsh. Sawgrass is one of the oldest green plants on Earth, and it gives the Everglades its nickname, the River of Grass, because this whole area is actually a slow-running river, moving at a rate of just half a mile a day. I'm paddling against the flow, upriver, and into the heart of the Everglades. That's where I hope to find a python.
Sawgrass seems to be endless. Just goes on and on. Tough stuff. It gets its name from the serrated edges. See if I can actually get a sample here. If you handle it correctly, you can actually work with it. Serrated edges go that way. So if you pull your hands down that way, it can cut you. It can cut through flesh, cut through cloth. You've got to be very careful when you work with the stud. You can't just grab it and go. Pretty dangerous. And more than that, it's so thick over here, there can be gators hiding anywhere here. They move through the sawgrass, they negotiate it, and they have holes here all over the place. Pretty dangerous area, this. It's pretty tough going through the sawgrass. If I stick to the channels, I've got a chance. Some of it's impenetrable, but over here I can at least pole my way through. The one advantage is it keeps the wind away from me a little bit. Temperature inside the sawgrass here is quite a bit higher than it is outside there, but it's still tough going.
Pretty soon, the sawgrass is so thick that I have no chance of spotting anything.
Hey, nearly lost it that time. Nearly lost it.
Eventually, the going gets easier. I continue my search. The grass is dense and provides great cover. But it's only a matter of minutes before I spot something.
There's a gator lying just here. He's just lying there, he hasn't seen me. This would be something I'd like to photograph. Oh, he spotted me. Oh, he's going. I'd like to get him. I got him. I've got him. Good. He keeps pulling. Oh, this is not what I had in mind for photography. But I didn't want him to get away. I thought I got just a chance. God, I would never tackle a gator normally. He's already quite a big guy. He's quite a big guy. Look at that. He's not so small. I would never touch anything any bigger than this with my bare hands, that's for sure. Oh, he's fantastic though. I mean, just look at that. And for the moment, he's playing possum. That's exactly what he's doing. They do this. If you've got him and he feels he's been trapped, he's just going to hold still for a bit, but at any moment, he could just start wriggling again. So as soon as I let go and relax a bit, I'm going to be in trouble. So I must just keep him tight. He's in good shape too. He's obviously been feeding well. Look at the thickness of his tail. The solid fat is there. I must let go both hands. Wow, he's gorgeous. You can easily and clearly see now how round the nose is, and that's the way you tell. The first most obvious sign of how to tell the difference between an alligator and a crocodile. Alligators have got replaceable teeth. I mean, there's a new tooth coming up all the time, constantly replacing the old. The top ones just drop off and they replace them. Hundreds and hundreds of teeth get replaced throughout their lifetime, possibly thousands. It's estimated that they can slam their jaws closed with tremendous power. They don't open them so easily. You can actually hold their jaws closed, but they slam them closed with about 3,000 pounds of pressure per square inch. It's incredible. So you never get your arm or any part of your body near a big gator. Well, up to this time in the Everglades, these guys have been the big predators, the main predators, the kings of the swamp. That might be changing now. These Burmese pythons grow really big. If Burmese pythons are doing well in the swamp, a large Burmese python of only about 14, 15 foot would eat this guy for breakfast, no problem at all. And as they get bigger, they can take bigger alligators as well. Okay, I'd like to get some pictures of him still, so first let's bring him up a bit. He's been pretty well behaved. I'll just hold on. Look at the size of him. Oh, you're great. Yeah, that's quite a big gator as it is. Quite a big gator. I'm lucky, he's been cool. But I know he can freak out any minute and just go mad and loosen himself. And I've got to watch out for that. That's why. Keep my arm on it. There he goes. It's not good to have only one arm on his neck. Are you okay? I'm going to sneak over to the canoe. If I can just reach my camera, I'll still get a few shots. Okay. My camera's not far. You okay, boy? Okay. I'm going to reach out. I mean, I just love to get some shots of this guy. I mean, I've got my own alligator right in my hands. There we go. That's it, come on now. I'm scared I dropped the camera, so I'll just hold it like this. Let me get your head. Can I see your face? I'm taking a chance now because I'm messing around. Come on, open. That's it. Look at that. I can actually get a few shots. Hey? Fantastic. It's been pretty well behaved, I must say. One more from the side. Oh, that's fantastic. That looks great. It looks like he's looking at me straight out the swamp. Nice shot. Eh? Nice shot. I'm tempted to hold him by the tail and let him swim a bit because that'd be great, but I know what's going to happen. He's going to make a break and I'll never hold him. Give me one in the swamp. Okay. That looks really nice. Should I do it? I'll ask myself. If I'm going to hold his tail only, he's going to go. He's going to go. And if he turns... Let it go. Oh God. I've lost my gator. Well, that's it. I found him in the swamp. He's taken off into the swamp.
I'm deep in the Florida swamps, searching for the giant Burmese python. By afternoon, I'm in Miccosukee land. The Native Americans used to live right here in the Everglades. I've arranged to meet with Billy, a Miccosukee native who knows this area well.
Hey,
Hello.
hi.
Possibly he has a lead for me.
I'll be more than welcome to take you.
That'd be fantastic. Mind if I come aboard?
Yes.
Great. Excellent.
The fastest way to get to this potential python site is on Billy's airboat, and I like that idea.
You think I can drive your boat?
Have you ever drove one?
No, I've never driven one before. Can I try?
Yes. I can.
Okay, let's do it.
We're heading for a gator hole, a small water oasis popular with wildlife in the dry season. Pythons are opportunistic feeders, eating whenever they find food, so a gator hole is a very good place to search. Gliding at speed over the water with next to no effort makes a welcome change.
Really fantastic driving an airboat. Takes you a little while to get used to it. But better than paddling that canoe, I had to actually push my way through the sawgrass. These machines go straight over everything. They totally flat bottom. They're very noisy and you don't want to do it for too long, but it's the only way to get through here. Keep going straight, what do you think?
Yes.
100%. Okay, let's go.
It's a good job Billy's here to guide me. I can't tell one patch of sawgrass from the next, but Billy's navigating this landscape like it's signposted. And it's not long before we arrive.
This is a very good example of a gator hole. Probably generations of gators have slowly hollowed this out, right down to bedrock. Could be 10 or 11 or 12 or more feet deep. And when the water gets low around this area, when the dry season is in its peak, this could still hold a lot of water. And that's a great attraction for other animals. Any kind of animal, fish and everything can survive here. You never know. The Burmese python I'm looking for could also be in here. Those snakes are good in the water and they can go down deep and they can stay under for half an hour. So it's always wise for me to take a chance and scoop around a little bit and check it out. I might just find something interesting. Put this little machine together just for such an occasion. This will tell me also just how deep it is over here. And just as I thought, it's really deep. You never know what you might bring up. This is a haven for animals. Oh, I had a gator or something down here moving, because he just pulled right out from under the stick. Oh, there he goes. Oh. Ah! Whatever I've got here is big, it's heavy. Oh, look, I see its back. Oh, it's a turtle. I've got a turtle. Oh man, look at the size of this. This is not just any turtle. This is a Florida snapping turtle. Wow. These guys get really big, sometimes up to 40 pounds or more. Is he enormous or what? He's gorgeous. He's fantastic. Let me just put him down for 1 second. I want to get this net out the way so I can work. I don't want him to take off. If he takes off like a shot, he's going to be gone back in. First, I want to have a good look at him. Got some stuff in his mouth. Look at the claws on this guy. These guys are mean predators, let me tell you. They're powerful predators. Watch how he's pushing against my hands here. Don't let my hands get too close to that mouth. They grab hold of something, and these guys can eat pretty big stuff. But what they do, let's put him down gently. What they do is they grab the prey with their mouth, they snap and they grab it, and then they claw it with their claws, and they actually break it up. It can be a rat that size. If he can catch him, he'll hold him and he'll eat him up. Wow, look at this condition of this guy's shell. You can see he's an old boy. Look how it's all cracked over here. It's cracked and weathered. He's had a hard life. Look at this. It's been broken over here almost. You never know what he's been through. I'm sure he's more than 20 years old. What I want to do is rest him over here like this. There we go. Hello, you okay? Ah, look at that jaw. Look at that jaw. See the sharp point at the end of the jaw too. Oh, if you get your finger in there, and those jaws are slightly serrated as well. Man, if he gets hold of you, he'll know all about it. If I was to stick my finger in there foolishly, he'd grab my finger, he'd chop it clean off, and he'd swallow it down. No problem at all. Oh, look at that. He knows where my hand is. See that? Okay, let me get some grass here. I might just tempt him here. See a solid piece of sawgrass here. I wonder if he'll take onto that. You gonna bite this for me? Don't. Oh, look at that. He says, I'm gonna kill this thing. I'm gonna kill it. He says, whatever it is, I'm gonna kill it. Look at the concentration on his face. Imagine now that's your finger. That wouldn't be fun at all. Hey, you're gonna let go. He won't let go. It's not called a snapping turtle for nothing, eh? I bet I could pick him up with us. Look at this. He's not letting go. Look at that. Isn't that fantastic? And he looks like a wrinkled old man, but in actual fact, he's probably in his prime right now. Okay. Well, that was interesting. Fantastic find. Didn't find my Burmese. But at least I found something just as interesting. Anyway, this guy is such a powerful predator. I bet my guns that he's eaten everything that's in this pond. So there's not much chance that I'm going to find a python here anyway. So this guy can go back to his little kingdom over here. Best thing to do is just keep my hands really clear, grab the tail. Off you go, boy. Thanks for that. That was a great little visit.
Before we part company, Billy gives me another tip. To head west for the cypress swamp. That's where the Miccosukee would expect to find snakes.
That's excellent. Thanks, man. I appreciate it very much. It was great being with you. Give me a shove if you can.
Good luck again finding your python.
Yeah, thanks, man. I'll let you know. You go well.
With no python to show for my first day in the Everglades, it's time to head for dry land. This is a deserted chickie, a traditional Miccosukee dwelling.
Look at this, isn't this fantastic? This is an old abandoned hunting camp. There are lots of these dotted on the islands throughout the sawgrass. Some are in use, some are not. This one looks like it got hit by a hurricane at some time. But it's a great place for me to set up my camp for tonight. Always nice to make a fire at night. Not only is it comforting, but it warns any predators that are in the area that there is somebody here. Well, this is still the best time of year for me to come and look for these pythons. I mean, the water's quite low, which makes it difficult to travel. Of course, insects are a problem. They're always a problem. Right now, it's winter, it's the coolest months, and it's not too bad, but there are still a lot of mozzies around here all the time. But you can just imagine what it would be like in summer. You'd be covered in mozzies. You'd be actually black with insects. So this is a better time of year for sure.
But mosquitoes aren't the only dry season menace.
Of course, everything changes in the glades at night. This is when the big predators come out. And it can be pretty dangerous to move around here, especially at the water's edge, because that's where the gators are. And they're almost invisible. And there's only one way to spot gators at night. And I'm going to try that right now. Just look at all those eyes out there. Must be dozens of gators out there. Some of them look really big as well. This is a dangerous place to be. Must be a lot of good food around here. This is why they're all congregated here.
Alligators may look heavy and awkward, but they can run up to 30 miles an hour, and they like to feed between dusk and dawn. With so many hungry neighbors around, I'm going to have to keep the fire well fed tonight.
Really a cold night last night. I was amazed how cold it gets over here. And I was surrounded by mosquitoes, covered in mosquitoes all night, really hard going. I'm getting away from all that this morning. I'm heading up north, I'm heading towards the cypress swamp. I hope I got a better chance there with the pythons.
This swamp is said to be home to all kinds of snakes. And as I get my bearings in here, I can see why.
This is all cypress swamp. Not just cypress trees. It's willow, pop ash. There's thousands of acres of it. Perfect place for pythons. Doesn't matter there's a lot of water here because they're excellent swimmers. Most snakes are excellent swimmers.
But I'm more likely to find them on land, and that's what I'm trying to get to.
All this water around, you wouldn't believe that it's actually the dry season. That's my problem. The water is actually very low and there's all this debris in the water and it's all lying just under the surface. Lots of bits of wood and fallen logs. And of course the water's cold, and not only that, I don't want to fall in this water because this is alligator country. There's definitely alligators everywhere here. And they're so well camouflaged and they're lying just under the surface and I can't see them, so I'm trying my best to get through here without tipping over. This is so frustrating. Man. It's getting difficult. I can hear the roots and the logs and stuff hitting the bottom of my canoe, and I can feel them. And it feels like they're almost going through the bottom. This is getting a bit hairy. Doing everything I can, but looks like I might have reached the end of the road. I don't want to get into this water. I really don't. But it looks like I've got no choice. I'm going to have to get in here. I'm going to have to drag this canoe. This is really what I've been trying to avoid. Not only is it uncomfortable and difficult, it's dangerous. You just don't know what's under the water. There's roots and all kinds of stuff that could break your leg. And you never know, I might even step on an alligator. This is terrible terrain to move through.
I just can't do this anymore. It's too difficult to pull this canoe all the way, even though I know there's deep water up ahead. For now, I'm going to have to leave it here and just move on.
The Burmese python isn't native to Florida, but I'm hoping to find one deep in the cypress swamps.
As the dry season settles in like this and these last low-lying areas have got the only water, it's a fantastic place for game to congregate. And all kinds of snakes and stuff will be here for the water. Probably one of the best places I can search for my python. Really bad luck of having to leave my canoe behind. With the terrain this rugged, I would never have got it through.
In this cool weather, snakes seek out heat. So this is the best time of day to be searching for them, along fallen logs and branches where they soak up the sun.
Can you see that? It's a cottonmouth. And moving very, very slowly. This guy's just lying here catching some sun. And he thinks he's very well camouflaged. See? There he goes. I got it. I got it. It's a young cottonmouth. Oh, he's so beautiful. This is one of Florida's deadliest snakes. They're pretty vicious little snakes. They can bite and they got a very powerful venom. I just got to get him out of here. Come on, come on. There we go. Oh, I got him. It's been quite cool today. So he's not as active as he might have been, which makes it easier for me to work with him. Just get him to calm down a little bit. Come on, calm down. Look at the colors on this guy. He's gorgeous. I want to take a photo of this guy. He's so gorgeous. Put you down carefully. Sometimes if you put him down really gently and he realizes he's not in any danger. Whoops. Whoops. No, he wants to get away now. What I'm going to do then, just hold him like this and actually get a shot of him on the log, just the front half of his body. But I've got to be very careful so that I don't lose concentration and get bitten by the snake. That's it. Well, I'm going to take him with both hands. I'm going to right up the camera so you can have a real good look at him. I would never have thought I could do this, and I shouldn't be doing this with a cottonmouth. Look at the camera. Go on, look at the camera. You're such a good boy. Look at the camera. Go look at the camera. There we go. Look at that tongue. Look at that tongue action. Isn't that amazing? That's totally amazing. Beautiful. Smelling what's going on. Looking at the camera. Oops. Oh, just got to be very careful. I mean, he's showing no aggression whatsoever. But one little mistake, he bites you. One little fang, one little drop of venom, and you know all about it. What I'm going to do is put him exactly where he was and leave him here. I'm going to move away very slowly so that he doesn't spook. I never thought that I'd be able to handle a cottonmouth like this. It's incredible. Go away slowly and see if he'll stay, because I don't want to disturb him if I don't have to. If I can there, my boy, I'll get out the way.
That was a very lucky find, but not surprising. Every inch of the cypress swamp, its trees, land, and water is a potential hiding place for a snake. And a 13-foot python can curl into a space just 2 feet square.
This is interesting, because this is definitely snake feces. Over here, it looks like it may be undigested hair, a bit of uric acid you can see here, probably a few more bits have dropped down there. I'm going to take it up, break it up. See, a snake usually digests just about everything, but every now and then you get a bit of fur, maybe a bit of feather, maybe a tooth or so. This looks like fur. If you could analyze that, you'd probably be able to tell exactly what animal is eaten, but look at all the fur inside there. This is definitely python feces, I'm sure of that. Look at the fur inside there. Wow. Okay. I'm hot on the trail of pythons, I'm sure of that.
And from the look of things, it's a fairly big one.
Yeah, that's baby alligator calling. Go have a look, see if I can find him. Oh, he's caught up in netting. This is something that happens quite often. Fishermen lose their nets, anything could get trapped in this. And it's actually cold in the water. He's actually frozen here. He would actually drown here if I didn't find this guy. Look at that guy. I've got to be very careful because there's baby alligators in this area. Almost certainly there's a mother in the area. There we are, look at that. There we go, listen to him call him, and that's dangerous because when they call like that and the mother hears that, she comes like a shot. Isn't he gorgeous? You're calling, yes, I've saved you, it's okay, don't worry. Look at his mouth, he's always opening his mouth. Look at your little teeth, you can already see his teeth. He's not dangerous at this size, but I wouldn't put my finger in there anyway. Alligators can nip even at this size. And he's stunningly gorgeous, always giving me a strike. He said, yes, I'm not your mother, I'm just saving you. Wasn't he gorgeous? Isn't that what? Oh, yes, you see that? Still got instinct, hey? Even like this, been trapped, been freezing cold, under the water, and he still get me if he can because he wants to get away now. So cute, aren't you? Yeah. See if his mother will find him. I'm going to let him go and maybe he'll join up with her. All right, you little guy, off you go. I'm so glad you're okay now. There we go.
I follow the baby to see if she leads me to the mother. She does.
Isn't this incredible? The baby has actually found its mother. Well, the mother's been moving closer while I've been here. And she's come right up to the baby and they're looking at each other nose to nose. That's just incredible. I mean, I've been so worried about alligators and I'm right here in the swamp, in the presence of them. It's fantastic. Well, I've never quite experienced anything like this. But I'm going to leave them alone. I'm really close. I'd rather I moved away and give them their own space. Mother and child reunion.
I've been in Florida for days, searching for the Burmese python. Deep in the cypress swamp, I finally see one.
That looks like a snake. Holy crap! This might be Burmese. I've got him, and he's a big boy. This is what I was hoping to find. And he's heavy and he's fat. He's in very good condition. Excellent. These snakes are obviously doing very well out here. And he's a struggler. He wants to get away. Oh, hold on. Yeah, this guy's bad. He's bad. He's got a temper. I've just got to try and get to the head without getting bitten because even, wow, look at his mouth. He's open. He's trying to bite anything. He's trying to bite at anything you can see right now. They've got 100 teeth in the mouth, a mighty bite that he can give you. They're like razor blades. Don't do that. I'm scared to grab him because they've got a lot of teeth. Oh no. Oh, he's got me. He's got me on the pants. Come on. Let me get him up. There we go. He's quite a feisty guy. He's going to turn on me because... I got him. Woo. Get to the head, boy. I got to get to the head. Come on. Got it. I mean, this is a young snake by standards for a Burmese python, but he's got an attitude. He knows I'm grabbing hold of him. Maybe he knows he's not supposed to be here. Let me just see if I can wrap him up on my arm a little bit. He's getting a little agitated. He's got his mouth open there. Okay, got his mouth open. Sometimes you can actually see the teeth just curling around my body, putting on a bit of pressure over there, constricting my arm. And they are capable, it's one of the few snakes which are actually capable of grabbing onto a human being, constricting him and swallowing him. To me, it's amazing that I'm catching Burmese python this size already in the Florida Everglades. This snake is thousands and thousands of kilometers away from where it's supposed to be. So it's something completely unique. I've never experienced anything like this. Well, fortunately, he's calmed down quite a lot that I've got him now. But I know, first chance he gets, he's going to zap me again. I couldn't believe it. He went right through my legs. I couldn't find him for a minute. And when I pulled up again, he had bitten me right in the crotch. Luckily, he got loose there as well. I didn't want him hanging on over there for too long. Okay, rather just keep him see if I can put him somewhere safely on the log or on the mud bank and get some nice photos of this guy in his natural habitat, which has now become his natural habitat. It's just incredible. I mean, I heard about these giant predators being in the Everglades, as well as alligators, of course, and becoming confrontational. I mean, alligators could kill the snake. If an alligator grabs this snake, he will kill it for sure. He could kill it with no effort at all and swallow it down. But a big python has got a good chance to grab onto an alligator and pull it into its coils, and then he could constrict the alligator. It would be a battle of titans because it's anybody's guess as to what would happen. Oh boy, he's got my hand here. It's got me really tight so I can't actually get to my camera. There we go. Hardest part about getting a photograph of a snake, firstly, is to find the snake, and then secondly, getting the snake to sit still. Not an easy task. First thing I'm going to do is just get a shot of the snake. Got a really wide shot here. That's fantastic. I'll try and get a bit above him. Look, he's going to move off in a minute. He's going to disappear like a shot. He's just sort of stunned for the moment. He's let go of me. Can I get away? He's going to try any minute. He's going to move on it now. There he goes. Maybe he'll walk along the log. That'd be gorgeous. Gorgeous. Isn't that beautiful? Get a close up of the head. What a snake. This is fantastic. Let him just crawl a bit along here. Get his whole body stretched out. He's found a different escape. He's thought up is out. Okay. I'm going to have to pull him back because he's otherwise going to disappear on me. Isn't he fantastic? Look at that body, eh? And powerful. You hold on to him, watch him pull. And if he gets himself jammed around the tree like this, see how the muscles go around there, and watch him pull. Watch where my hand is here. I've got him here. Now he gets his body there. Now watch. Look at that. You cannot pull him back. And he will slowly go forward. You'll take the next set of muscles and then work on these. Watch this. Watch this. I cannot hold him back. But I've got to get to him. Otherwise he's going to get away and I won't get him out. I've got to get to his head again. He's going to get right up in the tree and I'll never find him again. Let's get him out. Come on, boy. And this is the way you get bitten. This is the way you get bitten. Why not? Oh. Come on down. Oh, okay. Oh. Now we come. There we go. I want your head. Okay, there we go. I got him. I got him. Yes, yes, I know. You want to get away, but I've got you. Okay. Now I've got to unwind him. There we go. Oh. He saw my face and he thought my face is close enough to give me a go. What a snake. Because he is not a native to this country, I can't release him back into the wild. But I do know somebody who's going to give him a very good home. So what I got to do is just bag him and deliver him. Do that. Now you're going to take to this boy. I'm going to put you right in there and feed him. I hope he doesn't bite me. Get him down step by step. That's it. And off you go. Nothing wrong. This trip has been amazing. It feels to me like I've paddled my way right across the Florida Everglades. I've seen so many animals and I've taken fantastic photographs. But when I got that python, that was the highlight. It's pretty obvious that the pythons are increasing in population here in the Everglades. That may or may not be a good thing. The one thing's for sure, I'm always happy to hear snakes on the increase because where these snakes come from in Asia, they've been completely decimated. One day, this may be the only place in the world where you'll actually see Burmese pythons alive and well.